Hello and welcome to the show. Listen, I'm so glad that you're able to join us today. Yes, thank you, Tiana. So glad that you're able to join us today. We've got a great show planned for you. That's all I can say. You know, it's about the power of education. I chose this topic because everybody's getting ready to go back to school. We're getting ready to have a lot of things happen in the school system as well as in our country. And so, therefore, we're going to be talking with Lynn Dimmons, Pamela Parker, Andrea McKenzie. And so, I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy because these ladies are phenomenal. We'll be right back.
The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
Welcome back to the show. Listen, I am so glad that you're able to join us. As I told you, we've got a great show planned for you. You know, I always start with talking about what's on my mind. Well, today I want to talk about how we need to take care of each other. You know, the Delta variant is out here, and I've been talking about it and saying that, and Lynn, I know when we get to talking, you're going to also say this as well, but I've been talking about mutations being out there from day one. This is nothing new. I know that they don't want to scare us, but I do want you to be aware that you need to wear your mask. You still need the social distance, and you still really need to wash your hands. Delta variant is serious. I've been vaccinated and I still wear my mask. So that's one of the things that's on my mind. And the other thing is, wow, congratulations to Team USA with the Olympics. I mean, at this point today, we have 91 medals. And so everybody else got to catch up. They're just going to have to catch up with us. Want to congratulate Simone Biles, all the others that have done such a phenomenal job, even the 13-year-old skateboarder. I mean, I've been watching it till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, so I hope you're looking at the Olympics as well and cheering on Team USA. That's what's on my mind. So I am excited because I have phenomenal women who are on the show today. So you're going to meet today Miss Lynn Dimmons. She is the CFO of the Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation. You're also going to meet Pamela Parker, who happens to be what? My soror. And she is also a founder from the Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation, the CEO. So ladies, they're backstage, and so I want Tiana, let's go ahead and bring them out so that everyone can meet them. Hello. Oh my goodness.
Hi.
Listen, it feels like I've known you all for so long. I mean, it's just like girlfriends. We're sitting around the table talking. So Lynn, wave your hand so everybody knows that's Lynn. And then Pamela Parker. It is so great to have you all on the show. So before I get started with talking about Swing Into Their Dream Foundation, I want to find out a little bit about each of you. So Lynn, let's talk. I want to talk with you a little bit because you are an educator. This is the power of education. Talk about your background, and then we'll talk about how that fits into Swing Into Their Dream Foundation.
Sure, absolutely. Well, first, I want to say thank you for the opportunity to share and have this courageous conversation that is near and dear to all of our hearts. I am Lynn Dimmons. Yes, that's Dimmons, no demons here. 2 M's and an S. All right.
Dimmons.
With that being said, I am an educator, and I have always loved teaching. Even as a young child, I was the Sunday school teacher at 11 years old. So I taught from 11 years old through high school. And then I went off to college and I was still teaching. And lo and behold, originally, just to share a little bit, I wanted to become an OBGYN at first, right? So that's where the biology, the chemistry, the love of the sciences come into place. But when I learned truly what an OBGYN does, I kind of changed. And so went the route of education. And And in this Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation, one of the reasons that it is so near and dear to my heart, first of all, the mission is epic: empowerment and philanthropy in the community. And we want to be able to empower young people, young students who wish to attend HBCUs, empower them through providing scholarship opportunities, because so many of us have no idea the amount of monies that are available to us. And we end up with all the student loan debt. So I want to help someone not live that narrative that I had to live, right, with the student loan debt. And that's one of the reasons that I am a part of the Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation.
Wow, wow. Well, okay, Pamela, your turn. So let's talk about your education and why Swing Into Their Dream Foundation is important to you.
Well, Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation is extremely important to me because I started, there were 5 girls in my family, and my parents divorced when I was in high school. So because of family situations, I wasn't able to afford college. So I made the drastic decision of joining the United States Army. So when I joined the Army, at the time, they were offering a 100% tuition. So I went to basic training, advanced individual training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, came home, and I was in the Army National Guard. So, and I was a full-time student paying my way through college. I majored in broadcast journalism, and I've always wanted to be, I wanted to be a TV newscaster. But when I graduated from college, I ended up being in radio. But I was intricately involved in the community, even at that time. As a journalist, you cover all areas in every sector. You cover media, print, radio, TV, and you become very involved in the community. And as a result of that, I saw through my college experience, my military experience, and being involved in the community that what young people were kind of falling through the cracks, especially our young people, African American students. And even if they had, student loans and they were able to get through college, there was still the other dynamic where they needed the support, the actual moral support and the academic support that they weren't really receiving from academic counselors or maybe family members. And a lot of them straight away, dropped out in their sophomore year, freshman year, or ended up becoming a professional student and never graduated. So those are some of the factors of why this is just so important to us.
Wow, I tell you what, listening to you ladies, I am just excited about what Swing Into Their Dream Foundation is all about and what you all are doing in the community. One of the reasons that I told you I wanted you, and thank you, Michelle, for telling me about you all, was because it is so important today for our young people, as Lynn and Pamela, as you mentioned, with the financial strains, challenges that students have today. People don't really realize that, and you all are making an impact. And I want to talk with you about how you have seen your foundation impact the young people that you have been helping.
Lynn, okay.
Yeah.
I could do that.
So,
I could
yeah,
take
either
that.
one.
Well,
Either one. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Well, one of the ways that we've been able to do that is not only do we offer scholarships, which we are able to raise through our annual charity golf tournament that we have at the Atlanta National Golf Club every year. We had our first one April the 5th. This past April the 5th, and we were able to raise enough money to actually give 3 scholarships away. One to a student at Alabama A&M, one to a student at Texas Southern, and one to a student at Morehouse. Now, during COVID, because of COVID, we weren't able to have a gathering, so we did silent auctions and we did other fundraisers, and we were able to raise 1 scholarship, which was still at that time was so needed because a lot of our HBCU students were having difficulties. They had to move out of the dorms. A lot of them were homeless. They were living in their cars. They had their belongings in U-Hauls. And the student that we were able to help actually ended up dropping out. He had to go back home, but he stayed connected. He stayed disciplined through the year, and he will be re-enrolling in Morehouse College this fall. So we are extremely excited for him. And we want our students to know that we're not just offering them scholarships, but we're also offering them a platform of support. So during COVID, we were connected to our scholarship recipient. He would call us, we would counsel him, we offered an internship for him. He helped us with the annual charity golf tournament. He was running all around the golf course in the sun. It was just the cutest thing.
Wow.
But it was just wonderful to be able to have that connection with him. And we are still to this day connected to him. And we are very, very, very proud of him.
Wow, that's a success story all in itself, because I know a lot of kids. I work with a lot of students, and I know that the challenge for them when COVID
Yes.
hit was trying to get back home. You know, parents, that was a lot of money, especially for foreign students, trying to get back home, and some couldn't go back home because, of course, they were closed off. So, Lynn, I want to ask you this: how do you feel? And tell me, do you feel that there's less scholarship options for HBCUs and for minority students? Have you seen that?
Well, I wouldn't say that there are less scholarship opportunities. It's a lack of awareness of the scholarship opportunities in our communities. There are oftentimes opportunities in other communities that are readily shared. Growing up, I didn't know about a scholarship writing party, but I learned about that from other friends. They had scholarship writing parties in their home. Who ever heard of that? Right? So
Right.
that's one thing too that we've now started incorporating in our own family. We need to have scholarship writing parties, SAT practice parties, right? Put the party on the end. It completely changes, right, the feel
Yes.
of
Yeah.
everything. But I would say it's not the lack of the opportunities, it's the awareness, because
Awareness.
there are tons, millions of dollars that go unclaimed for minority students year over year. And it's because of either a lack of awareness or simply not knowing how to meet the criteria of many of those scholarship opportunities. So it's about building the awareness, so that we can now go after it and go after it at an earlier age. We can start building scholarships in middle school. You don't have to wait to high school. You don't have to wait to your senior
right.
year. There are also
Yes.
opportunities I saw opportunities as early as fifth grade for some students.
Wow.
For example, any student who has taken the PSAT, that's the preliminary SAT, go in there, fill out, yes, send your information out to opt in to send your information out to other organizations, because they will contact you about scholarship opportunities. Oftentimes we'll say, no, I'm not going to opt into that because I don't want my information out there. I don't want to receive that junk mail. No, it's not junk mail,
That's
right?
right.
If
That's-
you read it and you pay attention to it, you'll now see, wait a minute, there's an opportunity for me that I can get this money and not have to pay for college. Wait a
Yes.
minute, somebody can write me a check after tuition and books are paid for.
That's right.
There are opportunities, and we hear about them, although they're far and few between. There are opportunities. There are students in our communities who do that, who have, established so much scholarship money that they don't even know what they're going to do with all of it.
That's
So
right.
the opportunities are there. We just have to make ourselves aware of it, educate ourselves, get in there, do the work, and just apply for those scholarships.
That's right. And I'm glad that you said that, Lynn, because one of the things that comes to mind is, some schools, and I hate to say this, you have some guidance counselors in some schools that only tell you about one particular school or scholarship. And so I'm glad you said that, because any parent that's listening now, or anybody that's listening, I feel, and you can tell me how you feel, that it is important for us to be involved in our child's education. It's important for us to help them look for those scholarships, important for us to really teach them instead of counting on what the guidance counselor may or may not do. And so, Pamela, you can chime in on that as well. What are your thoughts as well about that?
Absolutely. I was sitting here thinking about what you said, and memories flooded back. And I remember being in high school, and I know you and I have had this conversation, how my family integrated a Caucasian community, and we were one of the second African American families to move into that community at a time when Dr. King had only been assassinated like 6 years prior. And I clearly recall in high school sitting with my academic guidance counselor and her telling me, sitting across from me, telling me that I wasn't that bright, that there was really no reason for me to go to college, and there was no rush for me to go. Because of the way that I was raised, I came from an academic family, I knew better. Of course, I sat there and, nodded my head, but immediately after that session, I applied for the ACT, the SATs. I went ahead and I applied for, college on my own. I desired to go to Spelman. I did not get a chance to go to my desired HBCU, but because of the experiences that I had, that's one of the reasons that drives my passion. I think that HBCU colleges and universities are so intricately important because an African American academic counselor would never tell an African American student there's no reason for you to go to college.
Exactly.
If anything, they're going to be looking at them wondering, why haven't you turned this in? What's going on with this grade? Why is your GPA falling? What's going on in school? And it's more of a family unit, which is what HBCU students need, which is part of the reason why Lynn and I are so passionate, and we try to make sure that we establish and keep connections with our HBCU scholarship recipients.
Wow, I tell you what, you ladies are powerful. Just talking to you, now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to be a part of swinging to their dreams. Because what you're doing is so important. That's why I'm a graduate of HBCU, and I tell people it's nothing like going to an HBCU. And Tiana, she can tell you this as well. It's nothing like being a part of an HBCU family, because it's just like being at home. If you're in the right setting and you do it the right way, you're going to feel that as well. We're talking about the power of education, and one of the things that I got a question here, how has your program succeeded through the pandemic? And you kind of answered that really well with saying that you were able to help students. Now, Lynn, I want to ask you, as far as the scholarships are concerned, how can students that may be watching right now, how can they apply to this particular foundation? What do they need to do?
Absolutely. They can go to our website and apply for next year's scholarships when they roll out. Go to swingintothaildreams.foundation. And on our website at the top right-hand corner, they'll be able to find the link to apply for the scholarships. And it's not a lengthy process. I just want to point that out because there are some scholarships, it takes a lot that you need to do to be able to, meet all of the criteria. It's not a lengthy process, but we do have a short essay, a statement of intention that you are submitting, and one recommendation for students. So not a lot, but I do recommend that you get those items in place before you apply, and then it'll make it a quick and easy process for you.
Yeah. So go ahead, Pamela. I'm sorry.
I was just also going to reiterate, there's also a scholarship link on our other website. We have actually two. The other one is swingintothaildreams.com. And if you go to swingintothaildreams.com, go up to the link, and you will see where you can apply, and you can see all the information that you need for your scholarship process.
Okay. Tiana just put up the information for us, where there's your website, there's your Facebook page, there's your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your Twitter, and so everybody can get in touch with you through all of the social media platforms. And I think that's so important. Ladies, we have some pictures, and we want to show the pictures, and we also have a video that you brought with you. So Tiana, let's go ahead and run that. Oh, there's the pictures. Okay, so we just, Tiana found these pictures, and is this you, Pamela? Was that you?
Yes, actually, I was practicing prior to our annual charity golf tournament, so I wouldn't be, in case someone asked me to play, I wouldn't be blown off the course. So what what you see in the background is the Atlanta National Golf Club. It's a beautiful club core golf course. It's in
Okay.
Milton, Georgia, and it is a gated community. So next year, our charity golf tournament will be, you can see the clubhouse way in the background. I think I was
Mm-hmm.
on hole number 4, but you could go to our website at swingintotheir dreams.com or go to Eventbrite and just type in Swing Into Their Dreams. And our charity tournament next year will be on April the 5th, 2022. That's April the 5th, 2022.
Wow. And then we bought some other pictures. Let's talk about the other people that we see
Oh,
in the
yes.
picture. There's some of your
Yes,
golfers.
this was our PGA team. I tell you, I
Wow.
cannot say enough about them. The PGA was our main and premier sponsor. We absolutely adore them. That's Sandy Cross to the far left. And she was absolutely instrumental and wonderful in her communication with us. And they were so excited to come to the charity golf tournament. So not only did they sponsor, but they helped us get organized. They helped us, by contributing for our scholarship fund. And they were just wonderful. We just adore them. We can't wait to see them next year.
Oh, wow. That's exciting. And then we have HBCUs. I love my HBCU, or
Yes.
yes. So Glenn,
Yes.
talk about them.
Well, actually, that's my sister and my nieces. They're supporting us by supporting the Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation. Actually, my niece is their dad. He helps to support us with the charity golf tournament every year. He serves with the volunteer board with the Atlanta National Golf Club. He was very instrumental in helping to support us with those different holes and the teams and things of that nature. So we're very thankful for them and their support as well.
Yeah, and one of the questions I want to ask you is how many golfers did you have last year?
We actually had 72 golfers.
Oh, wow.
I just could not believe God showed up and showed out. It
Right.
was just phenomenal. And they just kept coming in and coming in. We started registration at 8:30 and we did our shotgun at 10 a.m. And I mean, I am not kidding you, by 9:30, they were still coming in.
Wow.
We had a gourmet breakfast. We had mimosas. And we gave out cigars. They had their golf bags. We gave out MP4 players. We had MP4 player, a phone sanitizer. We gave away trips. We gave away earbuds. I mean, we just had a conglomerate of things that we gave away. And that was all in their golf bag. We had shot glasses. I mean, you name it, we had it. It was like all of our sponsors were they were so eager to fill those bags. We had backdated coupons to come and play at any club core golf course for an entire year, for 1 year. So if they attended the event, they could attend any club core golf course and showed their coupon and they could play. So yeah, it was wonderful.
Isn't that exciting? I mean, to see all of those golfers come out,
Yes.
support, swing into their dreams. And I mean, just to have that, because I heard you had a couple of celebrities there too. Did I hear that? Or that's coming up soon?
Well, we had some retired NFL football players that played with us, and I call them celebrities. I mean, if you're out there in the football field playing for the NFL, getting all banged up every single year, to me, that's a celebrity, okay?
That's right.
So they were very supportive. We had players
Terry
from
Kemp?
what was that?
Yes,
Lynn?
Terry Kemp, a standout
Terry-
NFL player. I mean, he was just amazing. If anyone ever says anything bad about Mr. Kemp, they have the two of us to deal with.
Earrings will come off.
Wow. I am excited. So I want to show this video because it does give you a feel of what the Swing Into Their Dreams is all about. Tiana?
Okay.
Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation presents the Golf Tournament of the Year, raising scholarships for aspiring students on Tuesday, March 31st at the Atlanta National Golf Club in Milton, Georgia. The inaugural HBCU Swing Into Their Dreams Charity Golf Tournament. Registration and gourmet continental breakfast begins at 8 a.m. and shotgun at 10 a.m. Award reception follows. Come enjoy a day of jazz, mimosa, cigars, cash bar, silent auction, and more. For more information, contact 770-686-7148. Again, that's 770-686-7148. Or go to Eventbrite, typing in keywords, Swing Into Their Dreams. Don't miss it.
I love it. And Pamela, I love that. I know that's you. That's that radio voice, Pamela.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. I love it. So ladies, I know it's not March 31st, or is that for next year? Because I remember it said inaugural. So when is the tournament next year in 2022? Yeah.
Yes, the
think about
tournament.
it.
Right. The tournament is April 5th, 2022. Yes. That was March 31st was our initial date. And because of the pandemic, the country shut down, March 17th. So we had to cancel the March 31st date.
Wow. April the 5th of 2022.
Yeah.
So that, and where will that be played as well?
At the same Atlanta National Golf Club in Milton, Georgia. So it is a club core golf course, and it's a beautiful golf course. We shot that video right around February, so the greens weren't as green, but it is immaculate. It is absolutely gorgeous. The golf club is gorgeous. We will have this year. We will still have our mimosas, gourmet breakfast. We will still have the cigars. We're thinking about having a helicopter land on the golf course because one of our sponsors from last year, Lynn, was able to obtain this sponsors. It was Helicopter 2. It's an African American who has his own helicopter business. And so we're expecting him again this year. We will have lots of games on all of the on the holes. Bob Williams, we call him Bob. His name is Robert Williams of Golf Tournament Productions, is our tournament director. He does a phenomenal job. So we are looking forward to seeing everybody, all you HBCU alums, we need you.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be out there. So do you also have a hole in one? Did you have a hole in one last year?
Go ahead, Lynn.
Yes, we did. We had $1 million shootout, which was
Yes.
the hole-in-one competition as well. So don't forget, guys, come and join us. Maybe you can win that $1 million. We don't know. Maybe we'll have a car this year. We did have another great sponsor to join us to bring some opportunities to the golf tournament. So, guys, you never know. Come and try for $1 million shootouts and
Yes.
and swing into the dreams, right?
Yes.
Swing into those students.
Yes. So let me ask you, ladies, what's next for Swing Into Their Dreams Foundation? What's next, Pamela?
Well, for us, it is our main, like I said, our main charity event every year is the annual charity golf tournament. But we are right now establishing internship programs, financial literacy for our scholarship recipients. We have a lot of plans ahead. We also want to focus on what to do when you graduate. Your credit, financial literacy is extremely important, and that's Lynn's lane. And and that would be coming through her business, Demons Enterprise. And we will be having those classes as well and helping them navigate just real life. And Tammy, you and I talked about that a little bit. A lot of times when you graduate, it's like, okay, you get a job, now what? So,
That's right.
And you have debt, insurmountable debt, and you can't even purchase a home. So one of the things that we also want to integrate is how to even go about purchasing a home. And that will be through my company, Lifestyles of Luxury. I have a real estate company. And so we will be integrating that as well. We have a lot of plans on deck, and we need volunteers. We're also looking for board members.
Okay.
Lynn, did you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So on Volunteer Match, we have a link if you are interested in joining us, either to volunteer for the event or to serve in any capacity as a board member. We invite you to join us there. If you'll submit your information on Volunteer Match, there's a short application where you can actually go in, answer a few questions for us. We set up a conversation with you. I have a preliminary conversation with you. Then we have a more comprehensive conversation with other board members, and we make a final decision from there. But we definitely invite your expertise to the table. We're looking for people who know people with money. I'm just going to be blunt about that and have this courageous conversation. So if you have those divine connections, then we're ready to connect with you. So check us out. Look for us on a Volunteer Match, or you can contact us directly on our website. There's a contact us link where you can actually go in and send us the information. You can send over your resume or your curriculum vitae, however you choose to call that, and we will follow up with you accordingly.
All right. Well, listen, ladies, this has been fabulous. I just want to thank you so much for blessing me with your presence and talking about this important foundation as you are helping HBCU students. Last question I have for you, and it's going to be quick. I need 3 words that describe the swing into their dreams.
Strive, thrive, and graduate. We want our students to strive. We want them to thrive in college. And most importantly, we want them to graduate.
That's right. Wow. And you are helping them do that. Ladies, thank you so much. God bless you and all that you do.
Tammy. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, thank you. My pleasure. Look, got celebrities right here with me. Lynn Dimmons.
No demons here. Yes.
Dimmons. I'm from Charleston, and Pamela Parker. All right, Michelle, thank you so much. And she says, so glad to see the 3 of you on the same platform. Thank you. You all have a wonderful evening, and God bless you. All right.
God bless you too.
God bless you. I'm gonna be there. I'm coming next year now. I'm trying to make sure.
I'll be in touch with you. Okay.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you, Tammy.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. Listen, you heard it right here. These wonderful ladies, I tell you what, they are just fantastic. That was Swing Into Their Dream Foundation. Make sure that you go on their website, swingintothirdreams.com, and you can find out all about them. We've got our next guest. Now, this, I tell you, phenomenal. I've been waiting for her since last week, and I tell you what, I'm excited. So we're going to see Andrea McKenzie. We're going to come right back. We're going to take a short, quick break, and we're going to come right back. Be right back.
The Cecil Williams South Carolina Civil Rights Museum is the Palmetto State's first and only museum. It honors a generation of people, black and white, throughout the state of South Carolina who deserve to be remembered for their unselfish commitments and sacrifices. Enjoy an immersive and entertaining virtual tour. For more information, visit www.cecilwilliams.com.
Welcome back to the show. Listen, I told you I have another phenomenal woman who's joining us. Her name is Andrea McKenzie. Let me tell you a little bit about Andrea. Now, Andrea is what she is called a mixed visual artist. Andrea, if I got it wrong, you're going to tell me about it. She has worked with, I tell you what, she's collaborated with many celebrities. Akon, Sydney Sweeney from the award-winning HBCU series Euphoria, Cedric the Entertainer, Bobby Brown, and the list goes on and on and on. And so I'm here, and we are here to welcome Andrea. Come on out, Andrea. All right, she went in the dark. Okay, there she is, Miss. Uh-oh, fabulous.
I
Andrea,
can't hear anything.
you can hear? Oh goodness. Okay, let's now can you hear? Hello? We can hear you.
Yeah.
Can
Hi.
you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Hello, Andrea. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am so well. How is your father doing, first of all?
He is much better, thank God.
That that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being a part of the show today. You know, this is about the power of education. You and I talked about this and about how you are from Trinidad and how you've educated yourself and in the arts and all the things that you're doing. So tell us a little bit about Andrea McKenzie.
Well, I was born and grew up in Trinidad and Tobago. At an early age, I come from a family of creatives, from costume making to wire bending to painting, sculpting, everything, design and whatnot. So I grew up with that. But obviously, being an artist is not a conventional career path.
Mm-hmm.
You tell your parents you want to be an artist, they look at you like you're a little crazy, like why?
Yes.
But I did go to school for business and marketing, actually.
Mm.
But art was always a natural, God-given gift for me and
Mm-hmm.
something that I love and I use as therapy to go through my life
Wow.
and what was going on.
Wow. Well, let's talk about one of the things that I wanted to find out from you is what inspires you because I saw your work and I'm telling you, I was like blown away. Andrea, you are fabulous.
um,
And your work
Thank you
is
so
just
much.
it's just over the top. I mean, it is just so riveting because when you see, I love art. You can see I love art.
Yes, yes.
I'm a singer, all the things, and like we're creative
Oh, wow.
people. So when you see some serious art and when it speaks to your soul, that's what your art does.
Yes,
Talk about what inspires
like
you.
my piece in the back.
Exactly,
You
exactly. Talk
know,
about your inspiration.
my inspiration um, comes from people, life experiences, my own. I am a very spiritual person, and I feel like if God has given me this natural gift and my ideas and the things that I think about is a little different, but I always let my mind lead to wherever it needs to go. Just as an artist, I feel like if sometimes you want to create what you think people want to see, and
Mm-hmm.
that's not the point. Creating to me as an artist is expressing yourself. Like this piece in the back of me is called Conqueror. That was inspired by a friend of mine who beat cancer, beat COVID. I
Mm.
mean, her
Wow.
strength is undeniable. So I get inspired by all things around me, and I
So,
go from there.
and so, what's the hardest part about creating your paintings? Because let's talk about your mixed media. How
Oh,
what is the
well,
what do you
my
use? What are
my
the materials?
artistry. Oh, Tammy, I use anything I could get my hands on because my art is mixed media. So it's feathers and materials and paints and gems, metals. It's just everything. And it takes time. It's very time consuming. It takes at least 12 to 48 hours to dry because it's layering with the resin, or sometimes I might have to hand sew a couple things because I'm
Wow.
working on my Nefertiti right now, and I'm detailing her headpiece. So that
Mm.
involves sewing and cutting and all these different things to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I could take I enjoy taking something and just something that you wouldn't think will fit
Mm-hmm.
into a piece and make it
Wow.
work,
Wow.
you
That's
know,
what you
and
talk. Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it's okay. And then people are drawn to it. They
Yeah.
are drawn to it in person, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
the three-dimensional, the way the crushed glass shines from every angle.
Yes.
So, and I got that from basically my dad was a big pioneer in carnival in Trinidad and Tobago. My grandmother was an artist and a pianist as well. So, just being in that whole industry, watching them create these humongous costumes, you know, it's amazing. So, I carried that with me and I wanted to infuse my culture, my background into my artwork. So I just
So,
decided to blend all together.
and seeing that, like you said, you're drawn to your work. We have some pictures. Tiana, let's show those pictures so Andrea can share that with us. Tell us about them. Okay,
Oh.
this piece. Talk about this piece, Andrea.
Smoking hot, that's actually a cigar influencer and image that I got, and I found it was powerful because sometimes when you think about cigars and you think about a man, men, and this is a man's world, but it will be nothing really without women. Really and truly, you know,
How about that?
we run things.
Uh
We
huh.
brought you into this world. Not that they don't contribute, but to me, women are the backbone of many situations. The
Wow.
household, the marriages, we are the peace, the clearance. What can't do much without us.
Yeah,
Just
that's
saying. So
right.
I found that was just.
That's right.
I found that was a powerful piece,
Mm-hmm.
in a different type of way.
Yes, yes, it says a lot. So Andrea, the next piece, I love that as well. Tiana, can you show us the next piece?
Or
Yes,
evolve. I
yes.
This is one of my favorites. I love it. Like I said, along this journey, I have evolved. wi- Um, I've evolved so much, not only in my artistry, but becoming the woman that I am. Not settling for anything less that I deserve in life. You
Mm-hmm.
know, growing into my own understanding, my vision, where I want to go. So that's where you have the metal wheels.
Ah,
So
the
it's
metal
it's
wheel.
evolving, it's turning it,
Yes.
from what you were. And she's holding on to herself. She's embracing herself because she realized that, it starts with self-love. That's how you
Mm.
evolved.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love yourself first. So these are all lessons I've learned along the way. Art has really forced me to grow and understand me.
And so this last piece now, this is one of my favorites.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, that's
I
one of
mean,
my favorites.
I look at that piece and it just makes me happy.
Yes, it
You
does.
know,
Yes, it
it
does.
just makes
Yeah,
me happy. I
yeah.
love it.
Oh, Andrea, I mean, these are beautiful pieces. I mean, and there are so many more that you have that we did not pull
Oh,
up
many.
and all, but the thing about it is that you've been navigating through this art world, and so I kind of want to find out, how do you do that? How have you been able to navigate through the art world? Because you said you went to school for business marketing, so get it, being this
Yeah.
artist that you are, the celebrity artist.
Well, the thing about it is why I always encourage my mentees and people to educate themselves is because art is nice, but it's also a business. You are an entrepreneur. You are cutting deals. You are dealing with your contracts. You have to get a lawyer. You have to, register your business. You have to pay taxes. You have to do your accounts. So all of these things tie into it, on top of which you have to know how you would like to market yourself, how you would like to present yourself. I love art, I love fashion. I'm really a lady, so I present my work in that sort of way to attract audiences because this is an entire package here. And I would like young women as well to know that you could be successful without compromising your integrity. You have to know what opportunities feels right to you. You don't want to be in a position where you look yourself in the mirror after and you don't feel good about what, the decision you have made. So to be, a lot of people think, oh, I'm going to create good art and that's it. No, this is you are a business. This is entrepreneurship. This is you owning certain things, being able to probably speak on platforms, and art is ever evolving. Women are now standing up and making progress as well in the art world because we weren't getting as much opportunities as and shine as men because it's a male dominated industry.
It
So
is.
I quickly learned that guess what? You have to be a businesswoman. This is a business. So uh, what I pursued in school, I don't regret because it helped me out now. You know.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful. So what you use for what you learned in school is what you're using to keep your business going because
Of
you
course.
know, and Andrea, as I look at you and as I've been keeping up with you, you are a very successful artist. And with your paintings, some artists, as we know, are starving artists, but you've been able to really work
No.
your business and
Now
become.
that now that mm-hmm.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I know what you, go ahead. You
Sorry.
come on, chime in. We having this conversation.
No, no, well, listen, I cannot tell you the amount of times in my career starting off, I've heard, you're gonna be a starving artist, you're gonna be, and listen, it is what you believe and tell yourself. I was determined to not be that. I always believed in myself. I always said I need to have a strategy and structure. I'm on 3, 4 platforms. I utilize all. You have emails to answer. I have my website. I have my clients. But guess what, honey? I'm balancing this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm doing what I gotta do. So my thing is you have to be focused and take it seriously. People don't understand that it's always about consistency. You have to be consistent. You have to be resilient because you're gonna get no's that may break your heart. But then that one yes is gonna make up for those 50 no's. So and then two, you have to want to do the work. There are times where I might work 12 hours straight. There might
And,
days I mightn't get any sleep.
yeah. And I've seen some of your videos where you have just been working and you kind of fast forward it, because I look
Yeah,
at you on
time
LinkedIn and all
lapses.
and you
Yeah,
fast
time
forward it, but
lapse. Yeah.
right, but you've been doing that. I mean, you've been doing the work. So the question that I have for you
But
is
that is actually
go
hours of footage. It's
wow.
hours of footage
Footage.
crammed into 20 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So talk about this. The celebrities that you've dealt with. Who is your favorite celebrity, if you have one, and how is
Oh,
it working with
Tammy, I don't want to say
celebrities?
favorites.
Well, tell me
I don't want to
easiest
say
or
favorites because I feel like if everyone has their own individual personality
Uh-huh.
and something nice about them. You know, Akon was very down to earth, very pleasant, you know, Bobby Brown as well, because I was a little nervous with him because I don't know,
Yes.
hearing stuff about him, but he was so warm, such a great guy. And, he was in tears and he held
Oh.
my hand and he told me, thank you. I have the pictures of that as well. And he said, you're a very talented artist. You're going places, Thank you very much. So we have to understand as well that celebrities are human
That's
and they're
right.
people and they
That's right.
feel too.
That's right.
Barbie had a very hard time, a rough life. So to present that piece for him with his children's nicknames in the background written in gold, he lost two kids. So it just feels great to do
Wow.
that. Because
Now,
to me, it's always about how many people you're going to touch with what you're doing,
yeah.
you know?
And so if someone commissions you for a painting, what's the first thing that you ask them about?
Well, it all depends on what they would like. Some want a particular image. Some clients may send pictures of the room colors and they say, Andrea, you take full creative, control, which of course I love because I'm in my own world. But then I will ask them questions. We'll have a conversation. When you walk into your house or your office or wherever, what do you want to feel? What is the first thing you want to see? Because I believe art carries a vibration as well. Someone black love, or power or respect, or I want something calming. It all depends. Now that's how I think about art. If you're placing a piece of art in your personal space and you're paying thousands for it, I want you
Yes.
to feel happy looking at it. So these conversations are needed. And then I get to get a grasp of one's personality as well and their energy. So I know how to go from there. Um, I do have a price list with different sizes. They choose. It's 50% deposit, the balance upon completion. And because of demand, it takes 4 to 6 weeks. So,
Okay.
we go through the details. I write down what I need to write down. I think you saw the piece Pour Into Me. Did you see
Yes.
that piece? That was very
Pour into
popular.
me. Yes. And I don't have
So
a.
that art collector, he said, Andrea, I want something that is express black love, like the deep meaning of love. What is that? And I remember drawing that image 8 years ago, and I never really did it. And I was like, you know what? I have something for you. It's different, but I think you would love it. He said, okay.
Wow, wow. And
So,
because of what you do,
everyone is different.
yeah, and because of what you do, your pieces are priced very well.
Yes.
I was looking at them and I said, that's not a lot because of all of the media that you use, the mixed media that you use, all of the natural materials that you use, and the time that it takes. And so
Yes.
I'm just honored that you're on the show today. I want to
No.
ask you about the
And
Hallmark collaboration. What is the Hallmark collaboration?
it was the Hallmark Mahogany collaboration. The VP actually discovered my work on LinkedIn, and she was following me for a while now. To be fair, I don't know who is following me. That's why I always tell artists, listen, it doesn't matter how you feel if you get 2 likes, 1,000 likes, 500 likes. Put out your best work. This is social media. You have no idea who is
That's right.
looking at you and who is
That's
sharing your work.
that's right.
So, I kept sharing it, and I had a show in Atlanta, and she flew here to meet me. And when she met me, we just clicked. She said she loved my fashion sense and all those good things. And we were speaking and stuff. And she said, well, I may have an opportunity for you. I said, oh, well, great, let's keep it moving. But then I said, well, let me know. But then when they contacted me, I literally had a week and a half to make it happen. So I was like, I have to do this piece. I have to get a gown, get my hair, get everything done for this red carpet ceremony. Luckily, one of my good friends is now my business manager because I cannot do it alone, Tammy.
That's
It
right.
is
That's right.
stressful. I cannot manage everything. And it was just such a beautiful experience. Um, she let me walk on the red carpet. She introduced me to the people, and it was just great exposure. And it was amazing. So, I look forward to working with them in the future.
Oh, wow.
But I'm just showing you how easily things happen,
That's
you
right.
know,
That's right.
from just you working, you know, because you have been following me for a while and I didn't know. When you messaged me, I was like, oh, wow, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been following you for a while, and I love, like I say,
So,
I love your work. I love your work. So maybe one day we'll see it on a Hallmark mahogany card. How about that?
hey,
Me?
you never know.
You
The
never know.
possibilities are huge. And this is the next thing I always tell artists. As an artist, you could do so many different things with your talent. It doesn't have to be paint on canvas. It
That's
could
right.
be many different things. So, I mean, go where your heart leads.
Oh, wow. I
Go
love
where your
it.
heart
I
leads. You
love it,
know,
Andrea.
it
I love just listening to you and the passion that you have for what you do. I want to ask you this question. What's next for Andrea, Unique Art? What's next for you?
um, right now, I am just really focusing on the subject matter and pieces I have going. The funny thing about my life of my career is I don't necessarily like to plan everything because God have a way where I think I'm going left and I end up totally right. So, I have a show coming up in October actually. Um, and those details will be out soon.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
with Art Meso, we are doing something together. So you can look
Oh,
out for that, you
please.
know. So
Please.
I will surely forward you the details. I would love
Yeah.
for you to come
I,
and see
I,
my art in person.
I'm, I'm, I'm there.
The pictures and videos never do it any justice,
That's
ever.
right. That's right. I'm
So
there.
I'm
I'm there.
excited to see what the future holds, Tammy. We don't know. I'm
That's
full
right.
of surprises.
That's right. Full of surprises. So, Andrea, what are the three words that describe you? What three words would you say describe Andrea McKenzie?
I will say resilient, strength, and charismatic.
Yes, very. I very,
Yes.
Andrea. Yes, you are. You are. Listen, I just appreciate you so much, and thank you for the education about what you do and why you do what you
Yeah.
do. People don't usually share that, and you're so talented. And just to have you on the show, I'm blessed. Have the celebrity Andrea
Yeah.
McKenzie on the
Thank
show.
you.
I am blessed to have you here with me, and I'm coming in October. So just send me the details. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, I will for sure. I will for
Please.
sure. And thank you so much for having me and reaching out. I do appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. It is my honor. It is my honor. Listen, I'm not going to hold you any longer. We're getting ready to head on out of here. But what is the one last thing that you want to say to the viewers? A takeaway that you want to give the viewers?
I want people to understand that you have one life to live. Always remember that. Do not sit and think, what if? Because then you're going to box yourself in. You know, I born and grew up in Trinidad, yes, but I did pack a suitcase and came to Georgia by myself. I didn't have any family, I didn't have any friends. That was a decision I made to fulfill my dream, and because a lot of, there was a lot of doubt. You're not gonna make it in, but I never stopped believing myself. I never stopped working, you know, and this is what God and my gift has provided for me. So I want people to have inspiration to please go after your dreams. Yes, do it logically because I did have money saved to do these things, but enjoy life, you know? You have to enjoy life and enjoy what you're doing and love what you're doing. And remember, it's always about the people that you touch. That is what your legacy is about. Not money, not estate, not it's about how you make someone feel after they interact with you, after you present your work to them. So that's just a
Oh
little
wow. That
of what
listen,
I feel.
that's it. You said it all. And as you were speaking to me. And so I want to thank you. I
Yes,
definitely
and
want to
and that is
say,
very much from the heart.
yeah,
So
I know. It's like we connected when we talked on the phone, and I'm just so
yes,
grateful. Yeah, yeah. So if there's anything that I can do for you, that the Tammy Show can do for you, please, all you have to do is reach out. You know how to get me. I hope I'm in your speed dial a list.
of course. Yes, you are. You're locked in. You're there.
Yes, ma'am.
And we
And
could, do it again for
yes, and
sure.
so are you. I love it, Andrea. Listen, I'm not going to hold you. I want to thank you again for being on the show, and may God continue to bless you and your family in all that you do.
Thank you so much, Tammy. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you, my queen.
Take care.
Okay, take care now. All right. Listen, wow. I tell you, what didn't I tell you this was a phenomenal show? I can't wait till next week because next week you're going to meet Dwayne Bryant. Powerful, powerful man. When I tell you now, that's going to be a show, okay? So I want to thank you for always tuning in to Tammy and just for being so supportive. All of my friends and family. And of course, I want to thank Tiana, assistant producer, and Alicia, producer. You all are just my rock, and I can't say that enough. I want you to please remember to subscribe to the Tammy TV show on YouTube, because yes, we're on YouTube. And remember, be a blessing to somebody today and every day. Have a safe and wonderful week. Wear your mask, social distance, and wash your hands. Again, thank you for joining me. Until the next time, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.